Welcome, Monday makers! Oh gosh, I don't know why I felt like I was sort of on a stage then at like Wembley doing hello Wembley. Hello Monday makers, how on earth are you? It's lovely to have you with us. I hope you're ready for some crafting, I hope you're ready for some discount codes, I hope you're ready for some inspiration, and I hope you're ready for some fantastic deals, because if you are, we have got you absolutely covered. My name is Rebecca Redican, but you can call me Becky, and today it's my pleasure to be joined by the lovely Corrine. How are you doing, Corrine?
I'm really good, yes, had a fantastic day. We've done all things glues and tools and machines, and it's been an amazing day. So now we're going to get down to some serious demoing and make some projects, I think.
Yes.
That's what we should do now.
Love that. So if you are ready for some inspiration with projects, you're totally in the right place. Now, I just want to tell you, in case you've missed this, because maybe you've been doing something silly today, like, I don't know, going to work, and therefore you have missed that today I've got a special one-off code just for you. If today, and it is today only, and it's one per customer, and all of the T's and C's online and all the rest of it, you have got 10% off any of your treats that you are getting your hands on today. That includes the likes of our die cutting machines. That includes the likes of our dies that we've got on show today, even those ones that have discounts already upon them. This is your chance to react, because it's only for today, so you've only got a few more hours of that code, really. So definitely seize the moment on it, and whilst you have the opportunity, especially if you do need to catch up, add to things like your glues and your consumables, because I've had loads of them on today already, so they are ready and raring to be yours. We are going to be focusing today on plenty of treats. I'm going to be bringing to you some fabulous florals. I've also got you some sensational stamps, but to start off, we are going to go for some integral interlace, and we have got for you a real special collection. I'm offering to you 4 beautiful, individual, intricate and classy dies here, and each and every one of them I think is going to make you smile. We have got for you a massive collection, with the 4 of them being, I think, something that you could use kind of all year round in a way. I'm bringing to you your village chapel. This is one that Corrine demoed with earlier on today, which showed us how to do a little bit of paper piecing with this, amongst other elements. Do feel free to watch back at that. We have also got for you the one I love. Woo! I really like this one. I think the way that it's a mirror image is beautiful, and I think that this could be for so many people that you might love and adore. You know, this doesn't have to be love as in like, ooh, kissy kissy love. It could just be, you know, friendship. It could be love for your family. It could even be, you know, love as in, oh, I loved that day we spent together. Imagine using that as a frame and having a picture within it of maybe a special day that you had, walking down the beach with your friend or whatever it might be. I've also got your framed with love. This one is just stunning. There's a beautiful modernity to it with those figures. I think it's very, very elegant, and I don't know about you, but I love this dress. And then I've also got for you your beautiful bird cage. This is one of those timeless designs, I would say. That wonderful bird that you can colour in whichever way you wish, that could almost change the type of bird that it would be. And then you have those florals up around the side of the cage. Today, we are giving you a saving of nearly £32 or nearly $40 on this. However, use that 10% off code and we will give it to you. Now, I will let you know, this has already been on today. I've already shown this about twice today. It has been popular already. So it is definitely time to seize the moment if you really, really want to get your hands on this at that great deal. And don't forget your 10% off discount code. As well as this today, don't forget, we have got your Monday mega deal, and my Monday mega deal today is only lasting for 24 hours, and it is your 8-inch stamping platform, and it is 20% saving that you've got on this one today. It's unusual to have that high of a discount on our stamping platform, actually. If you have got a stamping platform at home, message us, let us know why you love it, how much you love it. I think it's lovely Rachel looking after you this evening. So do feel free to get in touch with us and let us know what you are up to with your day and why you love your stamping platform so much. 20% saving on this one. And actually, platinum prize, use your 10% discount code under £15, isn't it? So do seize the moment if you fancy that. That's surely the best ever price if you're getting it under 15. Must be. So do feel free to seize the moment on that. Again, 24 hours only. Let's head back to our focal dies for today. And they really are focal, aren't they? These ones are definitely ones that grab your attention. All 4 designs of your Intri'Lace today. That's a fantastic saving. And we've got a little bit of something to show you, haven't we, Corrine, with these?
Well, let's have a quick look at what you can be making with these. Now, Becky was saying what you can be doing is you can be paper piecing with these. If you're going to paper piece with these, when these dies came out, we didn't have our hold and release sheets. So maybe add in some hold and release sheets, especially as you're going to get your 10% off. So, you know, they're going to be even cheaper. And what we've done here is we've sort of glittered through some elements and then paper pieced through others, and I just think that looks absolutely gorgeous. It's that shape down the edge, isn't it? That's what gives this card so much elegance and style. Now, as Becky was saying, this is the card we made earlier with the church. Again, weddings, anniversaries, christenings, whatever you want it to be. It could even be a sympathy card if that's what you wanted. Or how about like that? I love the colour tones on here. The mint greens with the white and the gold looks so, so beautiful. Then you just put your sentiment in the middle. Now we've also got the bird cage, and I love this one that Jamie put together, and it's got that curved piece of acetate. So people were asking me today, what glue would you be using? If I was doing something like this, you could use your tacky glue, as long as you left it plenty of time to dry, or you might want to use your dotty tape pen. Either one of those is going to work really well. Do it while it's flat. Once everything's dry, then you can shape it absolutely perfectly. And we've done some paper piecing here, which I think is so, so pretty. But if you wanted to, you can actually use the die and emboss it and then ink through the die. And then we've just paper pieced over here with a gorgeous gilded cage. And I do like this one here, where we've actually brought the acetate in again, just to give it that little bit more stability. I love the colours. But again, every time you change the bird colour, as you were saying, it changes its look, isn't it? Yeah. And then finally, we've got our heart. And again, as Becky says, it doesn't have to be love, does it? It can be friends love. And I love this one, where we've inked through and heat embossed. So pretty. And if you wanted to, just go with some red and white. Looks so pretty. I'm thinking Valentine's, anniversaries, going to be perfect for that. So should we put one of these together, I think?
Lovely.
I think we're going to use the one I love. So this gorgeous couple dancing together. So I've got a piece of Centura Pearl, and I've got my cutting platform. Now this will go on your smaller platform, so you could put this on your junior if you wanted to. So I'm just going to pop this on to my cutting plate, and I'm just centering it up perfectly, and I'm just making sure that it's within the card just there. So we put that on, and then I put my plates on. As I've said to you, it doesn't matter which order the 2 plates are on the inside. So I've got the plastic shim and the magnetic shim. That's entirely up to you which order you put those in. And I've just got my 2 cutting plates on the outside, and that's going to go straight through the machine. And then I'm going to emboss it. So what that's going to do is that's going to then take the cardstock and really push it deep into the die. So you're going to get a lot of extra detail within the image. So if I turn that over, you can see that there now. Look at that. Every little piece of that is cut, but as you can see, it's still quite flat. There's no extra detail. So I'm going to put my mat onto there. Put that, get rid of that piece, turn that over. Then I'm going to take that and take off my magnetic shim, because we don't have our magnetic shim as a rule with our rubber shim. The time I think we used it earlier was when we had the...
You were embossing with the
stencil, was that right? Was it
die, weren't you?
That's what we were doing. We were embossing with a die
Yeah.
without cutting it, weren't we? And then we did use the two. Yes, because when we didn't, it ended up cutting through, didn't it? So absolutely perfect. So what we've got now is this card has been pushed into the die, so it's actually flush with that. So what we could do is we could come on here and we could ink through that, but we're not going to actually just do that now. We're going to do it once we've taken it out of the die. So at this moment, because my card was slightly bigger than the die, can you see there's a little embossed line?
Yes.
That's going to be hidden in a minute, so that's absolutely fine. Because my cardstock's slightly bigger, I just need to release it there and release it just there. And now look at that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Such pretty die. Now every little piece has popped out, and that's another reason why it's really good to emboss, because it helps to get all the pieces out. So if you don't really like to do that, then what I've got is I've got my opaque pigment ink, I've got the fuchsia, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to put a bit on my dauber, and I'm just going to highlight some areas on here. So I'm just going to bring this in and just really make those pop. So you don't have to do specific colouring, we're just adding extra little bits of colour onto our project, just bringing it all on here. Let's make those flowers pink, and let's make the flowers round here pink. So we're just sort of highlighting the floral areas, as you can see, the 5 floral areas just there, just bringing those to life. There we go, absolutely brilliant. Let's just get rid of that off my desk before we end up with a completely pink card.
If you do want the glass mat, we've had that on as well today, haven't we?
We certainly have. Now, one of the questions we've been asked quite a lot today is, how do I stick vellum? So we're going to actually attach vellum to this card, and I'll show you how we're going to do it. So what we're going to do is I've created a frame, just taken nesting dies, and I've cut one nesting die inside the other to create a frame. So that's going to be perfect on there. So what we need to do is we need to attach this die cut onto here. So I'm going to actually just take that off to there. Oh, it keeps flipping back. Oh, I'll take it all off, I can do it. So then what we can do is we can pop this over here. Now remember, red liner tape is, we also call it super sticky. So as soon as it touches, it's going to stick. So let's just put that onto there like that. Now remember, I've already taken some of the red liner off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my red liner again, and I'm just going to pop a little bit more. Now what my best piece of advice that I can give you for sticking vellum, wow, look at that, I've come right to the end of that roll. The best advice I can give to you for sticking vellum is hide the glue. That's the easiest way to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach the vellum, but we're going to do it behind the cardstock, so no one can see it.
Lovely.
And if you want to add a bit more, so we're just going to go around with red liner tape. What we could also do is we could put some here and here and here if you wanted to, but I think this is going to actually be enough. Now, red liner can be a bit of difficult to release, so if you're finding it at all difficult, just make sure it's really well burnished down. It only has to be with your hand, but as soon as it burnishes down really well, then you'll find it does release so easily. And that's going to go just, oops, come on, there we go, got that. No, I've lifted the whole thing up with that. Let's just, there we are, got that now. There we go. And then I've got this lovely pink vellum. Oh, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that, actually I'll do it that way around so I can see. Let's pop that behind my die cut, just like that. And as you can see, we've now stuck that down and you've got no adhesive showing. So that's the easiest way to do it. So what we will need to do then is I've got my foam tape, and I'm just going to very carefully put my foam tape just on the back. Now this isn't a shaker card, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to have foam tape all the way around because we're not trying to seal it in or anything, but that will fit perfectly behind my frame and not be visible. We can do another piece just there. I'm actually going to do that to there because it gets a little bit thinner, and then down here, let's just put it down there. And again, for the same reason, if you wanted to, I could take a few little bits. Now, often when I'm doing this, I don't always take the back off the foam tape because life's too short. I'm putting those on there just to add extra support. So if you don't want to take the back off there, you've got all this foam tape around the edge. That will adhere it to the card without any problem whatsoever. And this will just stop it from sagging. Oh, the other thing we were saying about your scissors being non-stick. So I've just cut all my red liner and I've cut all my foam tape, and look, I don't have anything on the scissors, which I think is so helpful.
Definitely. We're going to put all 3 sets of our scissors at the bottom of your screen. It's buy 2, get 1 for free. Very busy they've been today.
I'm not surprised. It's just a brilliant way to stock up on your essentials, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
And like somebody was saying before, they have 1 set for their paper craft and 1 set for their soft craft.
Soft craft.
Label them up so that you can tell which is which. As I was saying, put a piece of ribbon or something on, and that would be brilliant. So now we've got this. I haven't taken the back off there. That's just going to stop it from sagging. And then we can pop that onto our card base. Now, very often when we're doing cards, we like to put another colour mat, but sometimes it looks so classy just to have the white on the white, doesn't it? It looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is a coated cardstock. So as we were saying before, if it's a coated cardstock, then you want to come in with your tacky glue. At the moment, that's not very tacky, so let's just spread that around. Straight away, I can feel that's gone a lot tackier because it's thinner. And then we can pop that onto our Centura pearl, perfectly onto there, and that's going to grab. But again, you've got that wiggle room if you need to adjust it. And then we can pop, oh, I'll use my foam tape while I've got it out. Ooh, not that roll, I won't, because that's just about run out. So let's just put a couple of little bits of foam tape on the back of here. Now that's going to go just like that. So let's put the foam tape on that end. There we go. Put that on there. I've got that cut, so I might as well use it. Put the lid on my ink pad before I tip it up. And then we can just take those off there. So you're going to have plenty of sentiments that are going to work for you. And let's take that off the edge of our card, because it's always nice just to break that frame. Can't come off the edge down here, otherwise it's not going to stand, but as long as I don't do that, that's fine. I'm going to pop a little bit of tacky glue up here. I'm just going to spread it with my hand, just to allow that to go a bit tacky for a minute. Then I've got my little butterflies, and we're going to shape those and put a little bit of our glue on there. And then let's just leave that for 1 tick, and that one. There we go, just to let that glue start to turn, and then we can just pop these onto our card. Just 1 there, 1 up at the top. Oh, that's going nice and sticky now, so I can then pop on my bow. If you saw the show earlier, you'll have seen I showed you that tacky glue is the absolute best thing ever for your embellishments. It will hold wood, it will hold glass, it will hold plastic. You can hold them all with your tacky glue. So let's just bring these lovely little gems in, and they will stick onto there, and the next one onto there. Where else did I want one? Let's put 1 up here and down there. I'll just nudge my butterfly. Once my butterfly is dry, I'm going to be able to shape it and add even more dimension. 1 just there, 1 just there, and if I've got room for 1 more, oh, let's put it just there in the centre of that flower. Take that one off, and we can pop that one on there. Don't worry, this is a little bit of glue showing, it will dry clear. Give my butterfly a little bit of shape, and this one down here a little bit of shape. And then how about like that? How pretty is that? Doesn't that look lovely? So you don't have to do anything too complicated with these at all. They they tell a story in their own right, don't they? They are so, so pretty.
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't that lovely? I love the colour palette you've
Yeah.
used. That's fab, isn't it? If you do want to get your hands on that, it's the Intri'Lace collection. We have got the 4 different designs for you. So you don't have to pick your favourites. You can use any of these ones. The chapel we got for you. I have also got for you the one I love. Then I'm bringing to you the one we've just used, which is Frame for Love, and I've got your beautiful bird cage. It's wonderful. Loads of you getting in touch. Hiya to Gail, you're with us from Maryland. Hello, Bethan, how are you? Claudia. I've got Carletta in with us today as well. Hello. Barbara's in saying good morning from New Zealand. 5 a.m.
Wow.
Hang on. Is that 5 a.m. because you've just woken up, or is that 5 a.m. because you've just got home? Have you been out the night before? I'm just wondering. So is that 5 o'clock Tuesday morning?
It is, yeah, they're in front of us.
Yeah. Surely getting up for work, but not necessarily. Barbara strikes me as someone who doesn't mind, you know, dancing on tables till the early hours. Hello also to Pam E from New York. Hi again, Pammy, you're right. Hello to Beth, you're in with us saying, good afternoon, crafty friends from upstairs, New York. Upstairs?
Upstairs?
There isn't an upstairs here. Upstate New York. Hiya, you're right. Good old upstairs New York. There's loads of you in with us, which is always lovely to see. Lots of people talking about how much they love our 8x8 stamping platform. Susan, you're talking about it. I've got Pammy's talking about it. Laurie's talking about it. We've got loads of you talking about that. And loads of you have got one, which is fantastic. Mary, sorry, is the other person who was speaking about it, and says that I do have the stamping platforms after trying several others before CC's one. Once I got it, I haven't used any others. CC is the easiest on my hands for getting a good impression. Get the 6-inch and the 4-inch too, says Mary. Thank you for that, Mary. And that's always lovely to hear that, you know, you found it really beneficial. If you do want to recreate the kind of design that Corrie's just worked with, we are going to want some ink pads. These ink pads are going to be perfect with the stamp and die collection I've got coming up for you in a bit. In fact, I'll go as far as to say possibly imperative. We're bringing to you our quick dry inks here. Now, these ink pads look they've got a really lovely look of colour on them. And just to give you an idea, if you are new, this is what the colour will look like when you stamp it out. So I have got for you your fuchsia. I have got for you a pink tulip. I'm then bringing to you your smoked emerald, which works really nicely actually with your frosted jade. And this is kind of what we've done here. We've sort of paired them up for you, as you'll go and see. I've then got for you your crushed velvet that goes beautifully with your pale fig. Bringing to you a pop of honey, and then some lemon to go alongside it. And as you can see, we've gone for colour pairs in this, and you'll sort of understand why later on. I've also got your spring meadow, and I have got your pine tree as well. So all of these you are going to be getting in this collection, and you are getting a fantastic deal on it today. As you can see, you are going to be getting it for just $46.99. So actually what we're talking about here is you're looking at, you know, ish about £4.70-ish per one, isn't it? So it's a really great deal. If you do want to get your hands on these ones, now is definitely your chance. Let me also bring to you, if you do love a little bit of colour, let me bring to you something special with our Silhouette floral dies. In this collection, I want to bring to you the dies. I also want to bring to you colour, and I want to bring to you an essential. So let's do just that. First off, let me show you the dies. This is what our dies come like in the packaging. And you are getting multiple dies in each of these ones. So first off, I'm going to be bringing to you this one. This one contains 5 dies, and if I flip it over, you'll be able to see the shape of some of the dies within here. The lovely thing with these is that you can build them up and use them and to create your own bouquets. You can mix and match them, absolutely. And if you mixed and matched them, because you've got 15 of these in totals, you've really kind of got endless sort of all year round bouquets that you can create. If you do want to add colour to them and you don't want to use card or stamps, how about if you use our tri-colour aqua pens? These pens, as you can see, come in the most beautiful saturated colour, but as soon as you apply water, just normal water straight out of the tap, you have the opportunity to blend these, and as you can see, they can create this gentle, delicate, almost seamless variation in the hues. Every single one I'm showing you now, you're going to be getting in this pack. Every single one. You don't have to pick your favourite, you know, sort of, oh, I just really want the florals, or, oh, goodness, but I really also want the neutrals. You don't have to pick. I'm bringing them all to you in here. And to make it completely comprehensive, I'm also bringing to you 15 sheets of your watercolour card. All of this in together. Today, you are giving yourself a big saving, as you can see. And don't forget about that 10% off code that I've got. It's a 35% discount you've got there, but actually use the code CTV10 and you're getting another 10% off on top of that today and today only though. If you do just want the dies, I can do you an offer on that as well. How about I'll bring you the 3 sets, which again is 15. You're getting a 30% discount with this. So 30%, 35% discount, but obviously it depends what you want. You might already have loads of tricolours. If you do want these ones, now is your chance. You're getting the full set of 15 for just $27.27 or $31.39. It's a really great deal, that, considering they're usually for £12 each, aren't they? So a really special chance for you today. And these are going to be really lovely for you to create something very, very special with. In fact, I have got one next to me that I'll just show you quick, just because this has been done with the products essentially that we've just brought to you. So I thought I would just show you this one to give you an idea of the look you can get with the bundle that we brought to you. And let's have a little bit more inspiration from the lovely Corrine. These, I know you're a floral lady.
Yes.
What do you think of these?
I absolutely adore these, but what we're actually going to do, we're going to do something a bit different. I haven't got a sample like it to show you, so we can see these absolutely gorgeous. This is the butterfly meadow, and then you can see this one. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Colouring them in, as you were saying, you can get your pens and you can colour them in perfectly. But what happens if perhaps you want to make something a little bit different and you don't want to get your inks out? So we call them our silhouette florals for a reason. So what I'm going to do, again, this could be done on my smaller platform. We're going to do it on our large platform. I have got all 3 die packs in front of me. So I've got my Centre Summer, and I'm just going to pick one out of my Centre Summer. I have also got my Bumblebee Paradise. Let's pick another one, a couple more out of here. We can actually slip another one in there. And then I have got my Butterfly Meadow. So we can pop a few more out of here. So these will all fit. Oops, how about I turn the die blade down? Always helps a little bit. So then I can just put a little piece of tape onto here. So we can then just, oops, put that on like that. Put those ones, just tap those down to there, just so that they don't move as we're going into the machine, because the last thing we want is our dies to overlap. That's the only way, really, you're going to damage your dies. Dies are pretty robust tools, but they don't like to be overlapped because there is so much pressure in our die cutting machine. So once we've got that on there, I'm going to pop my magnetic shim on. I'm going to pop my plastic shim on and my second cutting mat, and we're going to pop these through there. Now we've done these out of black, as I said, and we're going to really play on that silhouette theme for this. So this card is going to come together in literally 2 minutes. You're going to be so impressed by how quickly we can do this. So once we've done that there, now that's going to go just here, and these have all cut out absolutely perfectly. So we can take these and then, oh, let's find a release hole. There we go. Look at how beautifully these have cut out. Now these will go through your mini Gemini. Obviously you'd have to do them sort of 1 or 2 at a time and on a smaller piece of card, but if you've only got the mini machine, then you can still be using these dies without any concerns whatsoever.
And if you don't have the mini machine, but you do want the mini machine, may I suggest that you treat yourself today to said mini machine?
Yes.
Because we have got a deal on it whereby if you're a Platinum member and you use the 10% code, you get the tool for like under £20.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
Which is just unheard of. So if you did fancy treating yourself to it, maybe you've been umming and ahhing and you fancy it now, especially with it, you know, being summer around the corner, and you might be going camping or away, or you just want something to get someone else involved and
or you
someone
want to go
else
down
to
to a craft group or something like that. You know, the little craft group I go down to is in our village hall.
Yeah. That wasn't just me who heard that, was it?
No, we heard that.
I was just joking.
I just thought it was you, tooting.
No, Charlotte was the one talking about the Tootsie Rolls before. Tootsie Rolls, she calls
But
them.
you know, that little Gemini is absolutely perfect if, like I say, if you're going down to a craft group that you can't actually get to power, so it's going to work brilliantly. So I have cut all of these out of black so that you can see the level of detail in there. Looks beautiful. So what I've got here is I've got a piece of card, and all I have done over here, can you see that it's sparkling? Can you see how it catches the light? So this is my Spectrum Noir Sparkle Inks, and we've used the Moonlight and the Pink Champagne. But we've also got the aqua pens on the show today. So if you were to find something like the sunflower, you could put that down, because this is a watercolour card. You could put this down and then just brush it across your watercolour card with a brush and some water and do it that way. So you could use something like your sunflower and, I'd go sunflower and amber. Those would look lovely. And once you've done them, you could then just brush across with your sparkle pens, and then you're going to get a very similar effect. So just because we've used the Spectrum Noir Sparkle Inks, you can still get this effect yourself. So I've got that there ready to go. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tacky glue and I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue behind these, and we're just going to glue them onto our cardstock. So most of them are going to come off the edge of our cardstock. So we can just come along here. Now if you want to, your tacky glue is going to be brilliant because you can reposition these. So we can pop these onto our card just like that, and then we can have it coming off the end. Let's see where we're going next. Let's go with something like this one. I find it much easier to hold things with tweezers. That's just a personal preference. But are the tweezers in the toolkit we've got on today?
Yes, so these are your reversible tweezers that we're using here.
Squeezer tweezers.
Pardon?
Squeezer tweezers.
Squeezer tweezers.
Yes.
I love it. Squeezer tweezers. Your reversible tweezers and 3 of their friends are hanging out together as part of a 6-piece toolkit collection. Now, I'll be honest with you, I disagree with 6-piece tool collection because actually there's so many more pieces within this. It's like 6 different items, really. So, for example, you're getting 4 different types of tweezers, and you're also going to be getting things like your die cleaning brush, that's the one, pokey tool you're getting, you've got your bone folder as well, you've got your crimping tool in there. Basically, you're getting absolutely oodles in there. So it's at the bottom of your screen right now if you do want to grab the squeezy tweezers. Squeezy tweezies?
Squeezy tweezers.
Squeezy tweezies.
But it just makes it so much easier. My hands get in the way if I don't use these. I find you get fat fingers just sticking in the way and it doesn't work. So we can pop these onto here. But look at this. Look at how these look. Don't they look stunning against that silhouette? Absolutely beautiful. So we can then just pop these on. And because this is a tacky glue, you just find that after a minute or 2, everything starts to just take hold and grab. So we can pop that on there. There we go. Remember, with tacky glue, less is more because it'll go tacky a bit quicker. And then we can pop that one on here. Now this looks absolutely fantastic. Oops, stick again. Just give it a minute. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my cardstock over and I'm just going to take it from the back and I'm just going to snip these excess pieces off, just using the back of the card as a guide. And then we've got that there. I've got a couple of other pictures, we'll have a look. But what I've done here is I've taken some more black card and I've just cut out the centre and I've just edged it. Actually, I think I need a few more. I'm going to put a little bit more in. Let's see, I don't know. Let's see if I can get another one in just there. Looked a little bit, once I put the frame on, looked a little bit sparse. Let's see what we can get in just there. Put a little one in just there. Let's pop. I knew it felt like it needed another one, but I can't work out where. Let's put that one and then bring this one over the top. There, that's better. I just knew it needed another, but I didn't know why. So once we've done that, what I'm going to do is I have put foam tape on the back of the frame, and all we've done is we've taken our gold metallic paint marker and just edged around the edge of there. So you'll have some sort of gold pen you'll be able to do that with. And again, we're just taking off the foam off the back, and it's always nice to, when you're thinking about doing things like this, just think about the size of your border and how you're going to attach it. So if you are going to use foam, don't go down any slimmer because you're going to struggle to put your foam on. So then we can. Now, I'll tell you a top tip. That's going to go on there, and where it touches, it grabs. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to go and put a run of tacky glue all the way around, because what the tacky glue is going to do is that's going to touch my watercolour card first, and it's going to give me the wiggle room. So if I don't get it quite straight, it'll be fine, but then the foam tape is going to act as the height. So that's much, much better. Then I can take this. Look, we're nearly there. I told you how quick and easy this would be. So now, as we were saying earlier, regular card onto regular card. The best glue to use is your collal glue because it's going to grab straight away and it's just going to not do any damage to your card. It's a solvent-based glue, so it's not going to affect the fact that I've used watercolour on there, and we can pop that on there like that. And then all I want to do next is I'm going to pop my sentiment on, pop that on just there. That's going to go in there. I've got plenty of wiggle room to make that grab. Now, great thing about this, it's solvent based. Can you see where it's come out? I can rub that across there, just rub, and then, oh, let me just get a little bit, I might put a little bit too much on. But if it goes onto your cardstock, all you do is rub it off and it just rubs and rubs until it comes off. And then that is going to fit perfectly in that gap. So if I get some of my foam pads, I'm going to just put my foam pads, let me show I've got the right way up. No, I hadn't. Let's put the foam pads down at the bottom. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do double height foam because I've already got foam under the frame. So I'm going to do double height foam just to lift it up above the frame, two like that, and then I can come into that nice gap just there and pop that on a little bit of glue, give it a rub, and then how about like that? How quick was that to put together? But really, really pretty.
Really, really quick, and loads of people are talking about it. Pammy is saying, this is so simple. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
Sometimes simple is best.
Yeah, completely. Yes, so thank you so much for showing us that. Really lovely. Susan's saying, this card reminds me of a lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. It's really attractive, Corrine.
Thank you.
That's lovely. Also, we have heard back from Barbara off of New Zealand, I couldn't work out whether she was getting up early for work or if she'd been out late night at the discotheque. And she's saying, don't panic, Becky, I just couldn't sleep. Well, I hope you nod off soon. Well, not too soon, stick with us. But yes, thank you very much for letting us know. If you do want to recreate that card and so many more, here is your offer one more time. I'm bringing to you 15 elements in total, 15 dies that you can create these fabulous flower designs with. I have got for you in here your different florals, which are bringing to you different textures within their design. So if you want some butterfly meadow, you've got that in there. I've got your scent of summer in there, as well as your bumblebee braid in there. So if you do want to recreate treats like this and so much more, now is definitely your chance to seize the moment, because you've got a mega discount on it. You've got 30% off, and you can also get an extra 10% if you fancy it. CTV10 if you want to seize the moment. And if you look at that platinum price, you can see that this really truly is an absolute bargain. We had Mary Pat saying this collection is gorgeous and I've almost repurchased it several times over. Thankfully my inventory saved me, but Mary Pat, that's really lovely to know that you adore this so much. And if you, like Mary Pat, want to get your hands on this, now is your chance. And whilst you're at it, why don't you make sure that you are building up your points with Club Inspire? Not sure what that is? Have a look at this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend. Quick Buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours. I'm all out of Zoom.
I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome back to Crafters TV. How is your day gotten on thus far? I hope you're having an absolutely fabulous one. Now, if you haven't tuned in today so far, we've had loads and loads and loads of fabulous info and some fabulous deals. And we've also had our full range of Gemini die and emboss machines, including our fabulous Mini. And this is our Mini with the folders that it comes with, and today the deal we did on it was exceptional. So if you do want to seize the moment on this, just check out that price. If you're a Platinum member, then you are going to be getting this with your 10% discount with that special one-off code today, under £20. Under £20 for this for you. It's really special. So it's a brilliant time for you to get your hands on this. This one is your manual machine. As you can see, all of the power, but none of the power. Ooh, as in, I don't have to plug it in. And we have got for you just want to clarify that, $26.99 or $40.45 for you. Just as a reminder, you've got that today. Now, another one I really want to show you is some storage items. We were chatting earlier on about storage, weren't we? When we were saying about our inventories, and we were talking about how we keep things safe and how we look after things so that we don't have to repurchase them, etc., etc. Might I introduce you to our large folder? Now, this is a die and stamp folder, and what I mean by that is it has these special pages within it that already come with. You're getting 2 packs of the magnetic panels, and they will hold in place your dies perfectly. So these dies are not stuck on. There is no residue. It is merely a magnetic thing that we've got going on here for you. So that means that you can keep everything nice, neat and tidy wherever it needs to be. Come back here. Wherever it needs to be, so that you know you have everything in the right place. You've got your binder in the centre here. I'm sorry if you can hear that clattering. Corinne's gone off looking for something, I think. We have got for you, right, Corinne? Yeah. We have got for you a selection of your pages in here, 2 packs of those you're going to be getting, and as you can see, all with the nice binder, but also you get in your individual pockets, so you put extra bits and bobs in there if you wanted to. This is our large folder, and today it's just $26.98 or $34.94. And the thing is with this, let's be totally honest here, storing dies can be tricky sometimes if you've not got much space. If you keep all of the packaging, it gets a bit bulky, doesn't it? With this, you don't have to worry about it. You can get numerous pages within here. You know that they're all kept nice and safe, and you know that they're all in the same place. So that's your large one, if you wanted to get that. I've also got a smaller one, so just to show you the size differentiation in this. This is the small one, which I'm going to bring to you now. The small one, you might want to have the large one for your larger dies, you know, sort of your bigger dies. You might want to use the smaller one for your delicate dies. Might be a good idea, actually, to maybe use the large one for, oh, I don't know, the dies that you'd use, say, with your original Gemini. And then maybe if you have, for example, got the Mini, you know that this is your Mini folder. So this is one where you store all the Minis. Of course, you can kind of cross over those, but that could be quite a nice idea. This one, again, exactly the same situation with those magnetic strips. And for you today, it's under £20 or $21.94 for you. That is a saving of 20%. But again, do not forget your extra 10% off code. So all of this that you need. This one, the only difference with this is it's got 2 pockets as opposed to the 3 in the larger. That's really the only difference, and that size. So today it's a wonderful opportunity for you to get this with, you know, nice reinforced handle that has the smooth touch fabric on it so it doesn't dig into your hand. So great for taking around with you wherever you are heading off to. So do feel free to grab that one whilst you can. Now, as well as all of that, I've got the special shadow sentiments. Now, these are really, really special. If you've not seen them before, prepare to be wowed. Do you remember that I brought to you the sort of pairings of the wonderful quick dry dyes stampers earlier on? I brought you that ink earlier on, and I said there's something that they will work perfectly for. It was these. I'm about to show you something that looks like it's jumping off the page, but actually it's just an optical illusion. Looks like it'll be tricky to make, but with our stamps, definitely not. I'm bringing to you a collection here with 26 elements in total. And these are coming with individual stamps and dies. So essentially, you are going to be stamping with, say, a lighter colour, such as your Spring Meadow on the large stamp, the filled-in stamp. Then you'll take your darker colour, such as your Pine Green, and use that over the word stamp, and that's how you get this 3D effect. You can then use the die to go over the top. These are the ones I'm bringing to you. You're a true friend. I've also got the thinking of you, the most wonderful news, blessed to have you. Thank you so very much, and happy birthday to you. All of these ones today, half price, yet 50% off these, which I think is so cool because I could genuinely make someone a birthday card for this. Out of this, I could make a birthday card for my great nephew who is, you know, coming up to 2 years old now. I could make a card for them with this. I could also easily, I'd change the colours and the theme a bit, but I'd use this for a card for my granddad as well, who's, you know, in his 90s. So this really is something that is really special that you can get your hands on. And if you do want to, make the most of the 10% discount code as well to get just that extra little bit off. I would also mention to you, the stamping platform is a must for this one, and it is still available. So perfect one for you to treat yourself to right here, right now. So, oh, hello, I've just had some more people messaging in. Oh, lots of people saying how much they love their mini and what a great price it is. If you do want to grab it, today is definitely the day. So, shall we get crafting? What are we making, Corrine?
We're going to use our shadow sentiment stamps. It's gorgeous. So we've got things like this. So you've got the thank you, and it really does look dimensional, doesn't it? And I'm going to do something sort of using this technique where we're going to put it over the top of a patterned paper. You know, a lot of times we put it over white to really make it, I do love that. I think that is so pretty. The colours on that are gorgeous. Or, you know, we have got here with our florals. I think we just need to move that little bit of floral out of the way so that you can see it's... Do you think that one's moved?
I think that flower's meant to be there.
I think that flower has slipped. I think that flower is supposed to be there. Let's put that flower. That looks much better, doesn't it? It must have slipped in the box. But how about that? They all look so dimensional. And what I love about this one is normally we do the word tone on tone, but on this one we've used the gold, and it still looks wonderful. Did you get that there?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you get that?
Yeah.
You weren't going to smile anymore on that, thank you. Okay. Right, now I have got some of my paper. So this is from, I'm forgetting which, this is like the cardstock. It's the Farmhouse, I think it is.
Farmhouse it is.
But I'm actually using the back of the Farmhouse paper pad. So what I've done is I've positioned my die, have I got that the right way around? Yeah, I've positioned my stamp rather, so it's going to fit perfectly onto there, so you can see. So what I've actually done is I have put this in, and if you look, there's a square corner, and that fits just, you can just see, just there on my stamping platform. So this is really handy way. It's really good to have the grid. So I've just marked that where I have put it. Can you see that little mark?
Yes.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with my ocean blue and I'm going to pop that on. And we're going to pop that onto here. Now, I know that wasn't one of the ones in the bundle. Sorry, this one got prepped without me realising the inks that were in the bundle. But you can do this with, we've paired up the inks in that bundle so that they sort of work in pairs. So we can pop this down and then we can pop it onto here. And if you need to stamp more than once, then you can without any problems. You can see I've got a little bit patchy there. You can actually see the ink was on there and I obviously never touched the right places. So again, as we were saying earlier, tap. Don't spread it because you'll get not brush marks because it's not brush, but you'll get marks on your stamp from your pad. So then we can pop that on there, then we can come down and then we can pop it straight on top. And that's going to just ink up like that. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the next stamp. I'm just going to take it off here, ready. And can you see this one has also got a right angled corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off here. Now that mark isn't quite up to the stamp, but what I've used is I've used the grid. I've used the lines on the grid, but that's just reminding me which grid lines I've used. So I can then put this corner back up to there and then drop that down. Before I press it down too hard, I'm going to turn that over and I'm just going to pop that over the top. And I can see, oh, I've not quite got it straight. I've not gone straight with that. Let me just lift that up a little bit. If it's not going to fit, if I've not got it straight enough, now I've gone too far. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it the way I normally do it. And I normally just do that. There's always a way around these. What I was doing is it wasn't lining up. I wasn't getting the stamp straight. There we go. I'm going to line that up. Oops, not stick to my fingers. Like that. And then I can pick it up with my thing. You see, it's lined up in that corner. I just obviously didn't have that bit straight. So now I'm going to come in with a second ink. This time we're going to use Parakeet and we're going to come in, nice tap over these. Now these quick dry inks, we were saying, to say they're quick dry, they are some of our juiciest ink pads. I'm really impressed with these, how juicy they go onto your stamp. Now I think I'm going to have to do this twice because I can just see it just going a little bit bubbly on there because it's starting to dry. So I can put that onto there, press that down, press that there. I'm going to need a second coat, but I haven't got a problem with doing that. You can see it's starting to come, not bad that, but if we do a second coat, if we just do second coat just there we go, all the way along. Come on, there we are, put that one, oh, come on, there we go, put that onto there, and then we can then just come down and just do a second coat on there, like that. Now look at that.
Lovely.
How dimensional does that look?
Great.
Vicky, could I have the mini, please? I was going
No
to.
problem.
Oh, and the fold. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. You just wanted to make it
Yeah,
go
I just wanted to
click,
do that again.
Thank
There
you.
you are. No
There we
problem.
go. Right,
Oh,
I
we
just
met in
wanted to
the
show you
middle.
how we don't always have to be using our large die cutting machine. So I'm going to put that to one side. That's dry. Look at that. I can rub my hand across that and it's perfectly dry. These are quick dry inks, so they dry very, very fast. Now, if you remember, this is 3 inches by 6 inches, so my die will fit perfectly into this. And I've just got some of my cardstock and I'm going to turn that over and I'm just put a little piece of tape in. That's going to fit in here. So the mini, as we were saying, is a single folder system. So it's really, really easy to use. Stick it down on my mat. This is as strong as the midi. It will lift up my glass mat, no problem. Sorry about that, Charlotte, when she got its focus. And then I can just run that through. Now you might think, oh, a mini machine, you know, you're not going to get the same die cut. You are. You're going to have absolutely no problems whatsoever. This is going to cut just as well as your large die cutting machine. So we can pop that through. There we go. There's my, look at that. I love how this just looks perfect. Oops. every time until I squash it. There we go. How about that? Isn't that absolutely wonderful? So I can now bring in my stamped image. I can grab this, and I'm going to go in with my tacky glue. I know we normally, if we were doing mats, if this was mats and layers, we'd be going in with our collal glue, but for the precision, I find the tacky glue is a little bit better. So again, you can see the smallest amount. You really don't need very much at all. And then let's just make sure I pop out all the bits. And then that will fit absolutely perfectly on to there. Let's get that on. How brilliant is this? It's just perfect fit. And then it just looks like it's popping out of the card. So we can then take that one, and I'll take the next one all the way around. Just a little bit of glue, and then that's going to pop just on there. There we go, and that will go on there. And the great thing is, because of using the tacky glue, I know I've got the wiggle room to get it right. So what I'm going to do next is I've got a piece of ribbon, and I'm just going to put my piece of ribbon round the card, and I'm going to just take my tape pen, and I'm just going to put a piece of adhesive on that side, and then that is going to wrap around, and then we can pop. Oops, I've got the glue in there. I put the glue in the wrong place. Oh, that's a dotty one. Put that round just there, and nice and straight. We can pop that around there. And again, didn't quite get the glue in the right place. We can pop that there. So now what I have got, oh, you silly girl, I have just cut. I've just cut the sentiment out of the wrong piece.
Oh no.
Never mind. We can make this work. Let me see if I can see some of this down here. Have we got some? Ooh, maybe not. Is this going to give me the right colour? Yes. Perfect. Look at this. I can use. Oh, I don't know who's been eating this. Who's been eating this pad? Dear me. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to just have a look at this and remind myself how big this was. So this was. Come on. There we go. So this was 3.5 by 6.5. So I need 3 3/4. 3 3/4. It doesn't matter that you did it when when you've got something that's going to give you the image. And what did I say? 6.5. So I wanted 6 3/4. Is that right? I think it is. And that fits perfectly on there. Yep, absolutely brilliant. So we can wrap that up. And then we can come onto here. I've got a little bit of glue. Let's go in with our collal glue, and then we can just put this all over there.
If you need more collal glue, we have got a set of 3 on offer if you do fancy that, and it takes you up to 300 ml of the stuff, which is massive.
Once you've tried all the right glues, it just changes the way you craft, doesn't it? Because it just makes crafting so much easier. It just takes all the stress out. There we go. So I moved over a little bit. Let me just put that there. Right, so now I've already stamped out my sentiment. So this is my So Very Much. If you remember, this came with the die and stamp set. So I've stamped that just on here. This is a very polite card, isn't it? Thank you so very much. It's not just thank you, it's thank you so very much. I like that. So we can put that on there. Right, now I have got a card base, and I've just used actually the same card that we just cut out. So I've just taken a 6 by 12 piece. I've scored at 6 inches. I've scored at 8 inches, and then I've folded it over. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop some white card on first. Let's see if this fits better. Fits perfect, just like that. So we're going to use our collal because it's going to be the perfect one. It's going to add rigidity and strengthen our card. We can put this in there. Now remember, you can put your collal glue in the little glue applicators if you want. It's a little bit harder to squeeze out than the tacky glue, but it does squeeze out without any problems at all. If that's what you want to do, so you can use it that way. But you're going to get 3 100 mils. This is a 250 ml bottle, and that's got a special applicator on the top anyway, so you might find that works perfect. And I just like that, by adding that white layer in, for me, it really works. I'm just burnishing that down with my hand just to make sure I sort of heat activate it and get it to grab. And I had a piece of card, and I'm going to make this work by just putting that along there, just like that. This was just some leftover cardstock I had, so I'm making it just fit how we want it to go, and that's going just there. Isn't it great how it just, you know, you've got time to let it just find where it needs to be. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take my sentiment, and I'm going to pop that diagonally across my card. I think I will raise that up. Let's add a little bit of height, so we can add our foam pads on the back of here. 1, 2, all the way across. There we go. And I'm just going to go to here. Stop at that point, so we can take these off. The backs are almost off. There we go. We can take that and we can put it across there at an angle. I've got a little bow. Now I could put that on with some tacky glue. It might just take a minute or two to dry, so I'm going to go in with my tape runner and pop my bow on, and then I can pop my sentiment just down. Actually, I'm going to move that foam pad. Don't like that foam pad just there. I'm going to bring it a little bit further to there. There we go. So then I can put that just there, breaking all those lines. And how about that? A really simple but effective thank you card.
That's so sweet, isn't it? Isn't that just lovely? And you saw how quick that was to do as well. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. If you do want to seize the moment on this, should be £78. Brilliant. Or nearly $110. Today though, $38.97 or $56.51. But realistically, no one has to pay that price point because we've got a 10% discount code today, CTV10. Type it in when you check out, you'll get an extra 10% off. So you have the opportunity to seize the moment on this one. It is your wonderful Shadow Sentiment collection. Just a reminder, it's you buy 3, you get 3 free. We're bringing to you your true friend, thinking of you. The most wonderful news. I've also got for you, blessed to have you. Thank you so very much, which we've just worked with. And also happy birthday to you. Each of these ones in the collection today for that tiny, tiny price. It's wonderful. Now, if you do like making cards, you will know that one of our favourite things is our paper pads, and I've got some for you, and I have got a perfect matching pair. If you've not seen these before, let me just explain to you. You're going to be getting in these ones anyway, many, many pages of multiple different colours. But because these are within the same collection, the same range that we call Spring Fever, we have purposely put these together so that they marry up perfectly. They are the same kind of hues, the same sort of motifs running throughout, and they will work perfectly time after time. So in this one, it is your bold colours. Just in case you are new, these are a representation of all of the colours that are in there, and this is the full page. as they look. These ones here are, as you can see, double-sided in colour, and you've got these fantastic hues, which are mimicked perfectly within the paper pad with all of the textures. And look at some of these patterns. You've got ditzy-like prints in here. I've got stripes. I've got love hearts. I've got ones that, although it's called Spring Fever for me, this is totally all year round, right? I love this one. It looks like, I don't know, what's who's that fella? Is that your pick? Oh, criminy, I wish I hadn't started this. Oh, is this your picnic basket? He doesn't speak like that, does he? Who am I thinking? Yogi Bear. Didn't sound anything like Yogi Bear though, that did it? But excuse me, Johnny, you understood what I mean. What do you mean? What's this got to do with Yogi Bear? It's obvious, isn't it? Yogi Bear. It looks like a picnic basket, is what I'm trying to say. It looks like a picnic basket, is what I was trying to say, which I think is blatantly obvious. But that's what I'm trying. My point was, it's all year round. So, although it's called Spring Fever, this is perfect for summer because it looks like a picnic basket. You can have a picnic in spring, but also in summer. I've got for you, just move on. I've got for you wonderful flowers. Oh, a blue picnic basket now. I've got really wonderful florals, and the thing is, they do work absolutely beautifully in together. So even if you just do like random colour collections, they are going to work all of them in together with each because they have been paired together to work that way. So it's really fun to have some fun and have a little bit of a play around with what you've got. So enjoy these ones whilst you can. You've got a saving of 35%. Plus your 10% discount code today. And just to let you know, those are 8x8, so do seize the moment. It is Monday, and that means we've got a mega deal. And our mega deal today is our mega stamping platform. This is your 8-inch stamping platform, and you've just seen Corrine use it with the fabulous 3D shadow sentiments. You saw how important it was that you get this absolutely bob on in the right place when you're layering up the two stamps, because if you don't, it doesn't look right, it doesn't look 3D, it looks a bit wonky, it doesn't make sense. This stamping platform will help you do that perfectly, particularly as actually these stamps are pretty sizable, as you can see, so it's nice to have that space. Bringing to you the platform which slots in, meaning you will stamp in the same place over and over and over. You're also getting your magnetic stoppers on there to keep everything nicely in place. Today, your deal that only lasts for today and today only, you're looking at £19.99 or $23.99 on this one as your deal, and that is for your Monday mega deal. So if you do want one of these or you've been thinking of getting one, now could definitely be your time. And I would just say, in case you are new, if you have bought these today because they were 50% off, and then you actually get the extra 10% off, don't you? Don't try and get these home and then have a go at them with, maybe if you don't have a stamping platform, make your life easier straight off the bat, because it really will make a difference, and actually it will make you enjoy stamping a bit more if it goes right first time. So perfect time for you to treat yourself to this one now, as it is our mega deal today. Now we have had stamps on for you. We have also had dies on for you today, and I'm bringing you these Intri'Lace dies. As a brief reminder, there was 4 different designs I'm offering to you in this deal today, and again, great discount on this one. So I've got your village chapel for starters. Lovely if it's a wedding, lovely if it is a christening, lovely at Christmas. Actually, in all honesty, you know, this could be a cathedral, couldn't it, for a graduation? So, you know, you could do it for so many different things. We've got the village chapel. I've also got the one I love with that wonderful love heart frame design. I've got the framed with love as well, with the 2 figures having a lovely cuddle and maybe even a whip around the dance floor. And I've also got for you your beautiful bird cage, which I think could be for any occasion. Bringing it to you today with a saving of nearly £32 or nearly $40 saving on this today. So it's a great time to grab your hands on them. All 4 of those are within this collection if you do want to seize it, then absolutely do. Shall we get a little bit of inspiration? What are we looking at next, Corrine?
I'm going to use the Framed with Love. So I have got a piece of cardstock here, and I've just popped the die onto my cardstock. So this is my Centura Pearl, and it is the hint of gold. Yes, it is the hint of gold. And I'm going to put my die on the top, and then I'm just going to tape it down. Now, one of the things I've mentioned but not actually done today is that you can cut your dies on using your regular Gemini with the Gemini Junior plates. So that fits lovely in there, and what that means is that will then fit through my regular Gemini, and it'll be even quicker because I've only got that small width of plates to go through. So it's gone through really, really quick. So if I turn that over, you can see all of that has cut absolutely perfect. There's nothing that hasn't cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to then just pop my rubber embossing mat on. I'm going to flip it over, take out my magnetic shim, and then I'm going to pop it back through. So this time it's going to emboss all of that detail. Now again, we can just ink through it, but we're just going to ink all around it this in a minute, so it'll be really, really easy to do. So what we can see now is if I pop that, so that is my waist. Let's take that tape off, and we can then look at that. Oh, doesn't it make that? Doesn't the hint of gold really shimmer?
Oh, totally.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Now, previously, what we've done is we would be cutting that out. But what I'm going to do this time, actually, is I'm going to get some of my little foam pads, and I'm going to pop my foam pads on, and I'm going to put them on. Oh no, I'm going to ink it first, and then I'll show you do that. Right, think it through, Corrine. What we're going to do is we're going to get our crushed velvet, as you can see there, and our fuchsia. So I'm just going to add some little bits of colour to this. So put a bit on here, blend it, and then I'm just going to do sort of the centres of my flowers in my velvet. So we can just come down here, just like this, just taking these centres. I'm not going too hard, I'm just doing, you know, a light dusting. And then I'm going to get my pink, my fuchsia. I'm going to pick this one up. So just to show you that it doesn't have to be complicated, you know, inking. We can take the fuchsia. So can you just see the two different colours? So you've got the purple and the pink, and it really just shows. So just adding in a little bit of colour. I think we definitely need pink in around the heart. Let's just come around this one at the top and pick up a little bit of the fuchsia just there, and I think we should do it around that heart too. So just adding in where you want a little bit of colour. It's just to mix those colours together. Just think that looks really pretty. So there we are. Let's go a little bit more purple on that one. Oh, that's better. Make them differentiation of colours between the pink and the purple. And that's all I'm going to do. How quick and easy is that for colouring? Now I'm going to put my foam pads on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my foam pads on over that cut first. So that's going to actually seal that in. So I'm just going to pick a couple of places, and I'm going to pop on some of my foam pads just to go in there. Now, in the past, sometimes what I've done is I've got masking tape and I've taped it shut there, but because we're going to raise this up on foam pads, I thought, why not do it with the foam pads and just catch it at those points, just to trap it in. Let's do another one up here. There we go, that's trapping it. And then I just need to put my foam pads around the card like I normally would, just around there. There we go. So these foam pads fit brilliantly in those gaps. Now I think these foam pads are on the show on a really good deal as well, aren't they? So
they are indeedy. Yeah, we had the one in the masterclass, and they came in a nice big set. You got a double set of them. You got some A4 foam with them as well, which included 3 different thicknesses as well. So yeah, you got all of that. And what we'll do is we'll pop the details for it on the bottom of your screen so that you can seize the moment if you want to. And please don't forget, you can also use your 10% discount card, which is CTV10 if you want it. So the 3D foam set is on the bottom of your screen, and you get loads in that.
there we go. Right, so all you can see I've done is I've just used some smaller foam pads where I needed to, and some larger foam pads where it makes absolute sense to do that. So once we've got that, that is going to go onto a piece of cardstock. Let's see, let's go that way. Yeah, doesn't that now really make that pop? But that's going to go onto my box. So I'm going to decorate, make up my box as we go. So here are my box bases. So these are 10 by 7 3/4. So that works absolutely perfectly out of my Centura Pearl, exactly the same. So we can fold those over, and we've just used our scoreboard to create the little tabs. Now, you could use your tape runners, but we're going to use our tacky glue. So I'm just going to pop that on there, just pop that on here. So this is the base. So I'm just making up the base first, and then I'm just going to spread that out. So the more I spread it out, the thinner I get it, the tackier it'll go quickly. So I'm just going to put that to one side for one tick, while I also get my decoration for my lid. Now my lid, again, we're going to stick these bits on. Now we're not using the Collal glue because it's coated card. Can you remember we said because it's a solvent-based glue, it would actually damage the card. So what we need to do is make sure I've got these all the right way round. I want to go, make sure they're all the same way round, that way round. And then we can start to glue those on. So a little bit of glue just going all the way down there. Let's see if that sticks or whether that just needs to wait. That seems to be sticking, so we can put that one on. Let's see how this is doing. Getting sticky, it's not quite there. Just want to make sure it's going to really stick. Let's make sure I've got this the same way around on all.
Ooh, we've just had exciting news in from Wendy. Wendy said, how are you doing today? I got hired for a job today. Now I'll be able to actually order some of this fabulous stuff. Wendy, hey, congratulations. That's brilliant. Do you mind me being nosy and ask me what you're doing? Do you mind? Do feel free to let us know. That is fabulous news. Massive congratulations. That's brilliant. When do you start? Is it soon? Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Must be soon if she's thinking she can start ordering. Must be soon, mustn't it? Last chance to get your crafting done before you're working in your new job. Absolutely brilliant. So, right, we can just pop these onto here. All the way. Just down here. It's always easier to decorate the sides and the lid of your box before you put it together, because then it's going to, you know, just makes life so much easier. We're going to pop this on here. Isn't that gorgeous paper from our Hummingbird collection? Absolutely stunning. You can just put that on there. Right, so that's got a little bit of tacky glue drying. This tacky glue has gone nice and sticky. So this is my base. So if you wanted to, we were saying earlier, sometimes it's just easier just to put a clip on, just to hold it for that split second while it grabs. Where have I put all my little clips? I threw all my little clips into the bag. Where have I put them? There they are. Let's just grab those out of there from where I used them earlier. You won't believe how much stuff I've got behind here. It's quite impressive. Let's just grab those on there. So these are actually just for sewing. These are little sewing clips, but I've got a bag of them in my craft room and they come in super useful. That one's, the glue's nearly gone on that one, so there we go. Pop that on there. So that's holding, and it literally only takes seconds just to grab, and then we can start doing the same with this one. Oh, I think I'm almost, in the heat of these lights, I'm almost leaving this too long. Let's just put that one on there. Let's just grab that one because of using, just putting a bit more glue on, bending those round. And this is how quick it is. As I'm doing this, I can take the clips off the one and put them onto the other. Let's bend that round. There we go. That's going on there. And finally, that one's going on there. There we go. Just give that 1 second. Make sure all of the bits are stuck down. So there's my base. You can see it was only seconds to be clipped, but then it just means it's going to hold perfectly. That, oh, let's just put a little bit more glue down there. If you wanted to, you could use your tape pen, you know, your glue runners. I'm never sure what they're called. What do we call them properly? What's the proper name of them? Is it tape pens
tape
or
pen?
tape pen?
It's tape
It
pen.
is tape pen.
Yeah, for a tape pen.
Sometimes I call them tape runners, sometimes I call them...
Glue runners.
Glue
But
runners.
we know what you mean.
Yeah. Oops. Just put that on there. There we go. And then the final little bit to make that finish is we're going to take this one with all of those sticky pieces on the back. And again, you don't need to take the backs off all of your sticky pads if you don't want, especially when they decide to play up like these are doing. You can just take off enough that it's going to stick really firmly onto the box, because the rest are just there to give it support and height. So I tend to do the larger ones and then not worry about the smaller ones. And again, if you worry a bit about sticking it straight the first time, just put a little bit of your tacky wet glue over the top of your foam pads, and then you've got wiggle room. They won't grab as they go down. So I do that quite a lot because I find that quite a useful thing. But can you see how, because we put the foam pads over that gap, let's just take that one off if I can get there. We go. We can take that, and then that is going to go on there. What a beautiful, beautiful box this is turning out to be. So, you know, it's going to, doesn't matter what's inside, it's going to look lovely. And then I had, that must be my sentiment, I had a little sentiment which I'm going to pop a foam pad on. We can put that on there. That side, that's where I said I want it. That's going to go just there. And I did have a bow until a couple of minutes ago, but I have lost my bow. So we're going to do it without a bow. But how about like that? If I find the bow, I'll put it on before we do the voting.
That is fab, isn't it?
Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so much for showing us that. If you want to be able to recreate it, remember I have got 4 different designs for you here. Your Intri'Lace collection, you are getting the wonderful chapel which we showed earlier on in the show on Wake Up Call. The one I love we showed earlier today, the one we've just done then. We showed this one earlier on today, and then we've also got the beautiful bird cage. Again, all discounted for you, and you get the extra 10% off. Karen! You know how you messaged in and you asked, can you use that code, the CTV10, on the Mini? Yeah, you can. Yeah. Even though if you were to say Platinum and you used it on the Mini, it's actually working at less than £20. This is your code. Amazing, right? This is your code at the bottom of your screen. Make a note of it. And yes, you can use it on the Mini. You can even use it on, you know, like the stamp and die that we had 50% off before. You can use it on that as well. So do go ahead. But I will just remind you, it is only for today. And it is only 1 per customer. So stock up on everything. Do 1 big checkout. Whilst you are doing that, do just make sure you head on over to our website and get all of those essentials. We have had a glue school today. We've had discount prices on all of our machines, and we have had a load of essentials. So go ahead, have a look at those. And then my suggestion would be check out your baskets with that 10% discount code. Whilst you're checking out, have a little look at this.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Well done, everybody who checked out their baskets and have treated themselves to some goodies. We've heard back off Wendy, who messaged in saying that she's been hired for a job today. And Wendy sent a lovely message. It says, "To you all, thank you so very much. It has been a rough road. I stopped working and raised 2 children. Both had disabilities. When I was able to work again, no one wanted to hire me. I'm delighted to report that I'll be working at a farm, working with sage, basil, dill and tarragon, and I'll be harvesting and packing the fresh herbs. I'm so delighted, and I start on Thursday." Wendy, congratulations. I bet you are going to go home smelling amazing. Imagine being around fresh herbs all day.
It's going to smell gorgeous, isn't it?
There's not many jobs I can think of that make you smell better than at the end. I mean, I worked in a fish and chip shop for a short time, and let me tell you, that was not the same, Wendy. Wendy, congratulations again. We have had loads of goodies on for you today, and one of our really popular ones, possibly because it's 50% off and also possibly because it's an extra 10% off, is with our Shadow Sentiment Stamp and Die collection. We have got for you in here sets of stamps. So you're going to get a minimum of 3 stamps in each pack. So what I mean by that is you've got 1, 2 and 3 in this pack. Also, just as a reminder on these ones, on the actual packaging themselves, you just have a little number 1 and a little number 2, just to remind you what order you use them in, just for if you are starting out, makes it easy. So you're getting a minimum of 3 stamps on each. Some just have more, and then you're also getting the dies. These are all of the ones that we're bringing to you, including the likes of Thinking of You and the likes in Blessed to Have You. You can use any colours you want on these, and that 3D effect, do you know what it kind of reminds me of? Like old school Batman. Do you know when it was like kapow, the whack, and all the words like that kind of pop out of the screen? It's like that. It looks 3D, it's eye-catching, but it is completely kind of flush, if you will, to the cardstock. So it's a wonderful effect, optical illusion, if you will. Today for you, half-price deal, and no one even has to pay that price that's there because everyone can use the 10% off code. But you can get it today for $38.97 or $56.51. And this is what we're going to be looking at with Corinne.
I know, I just keep looking at those platinum prices and then just taking an extra 10% off and thinking to myself, wow, that is just amazing, isn't it? It
So
really
true.
is. So let's start with our stamping for this. So we're going to do our happy birthday. So I'm going to pop this on, let's do it on that side. Have I got mucky fingers? There we go, let's just wipe it on my dress. So there we go. So we can put, I'm My mum's not watching, so I'm all right. She'd tell me off. Now, like you say, you have a number 1 and then you have a number 2. This is on your packaging, and the reason these numbers are on the packaging is we don't want them to stamp onto our project. So, you know, that would be awful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position that centrally onto my cardstock, and then we can pick this one up. Oh, let's just go a little bit. Let's just take it to there. There we go. Let's just pop that like that. So this is the birthdays. This is the big shadow bit of the birthday. We can pop that down. Now, if you want to, you can do just like I did before, and you can get your pen. I'll put my pen back. Let's see if I can find one that's, no, they're all brush markers. So if you want to, what you can then do is you can just mark on here where you've put it. And you might find it easier at the end. So this, first of all, I'm going to come in with my pink tulip. Now remember, we have paired all of the inks up into like little bundles, little mini paired bundles of colours that are going to work so well together. I don't know if you can see that, there is pink going on there. It's quite a pale pink. If I keep tapping, I can see it's going on. Yeah, the more I tap, the more I can see that going on. I thought at first, wow, there's nothing going on there, but there is. I can definitely see that's on there now. Might have to do a couple of coats. There we go, take that and then put it onto my white cardstock and then stamp this down here and pop that on. I think I'm going to do a second coat, so let's take that. Oh yes, look at that, we just need to come on again. And this is the joy of a stamping platform, is that you can go in as many times as you need to, so you can really get the ink on there. I tell you why that's gone wrong, that's not right, because I have picked up, tell you what, I've got them here. Wow, I picked up the wrong pile. Let's go in with our quick dries.
Oh, okay.
I picked up the water reactives. I actually even had them on a pile ready for my quick dries. Let's go over the top of there. That's going to go over, and that's going to then just pick up much better. Nobody shouting in my ear, Corrine, you're using water reactive instead of quick dries. There we go, much, much better. Right, now once we've done that, we can peel off the first of our stamps. This, because we have all of the ink pads ready. And then I'm going to take my second one, and I can probably, if I'm careful, I can just get it to line up there. Now, if it doesn't line up quite right, we can go in. No, I've not got it quite straight. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it my way. I'm trying to show you the right way to do it, but if you don't get it straight, I just think this way is, I can guarantee I know I've got it in the right place. It just makes me a little bit happier to do it that way. Pick it up, pop it over, and I'm then going to go in with my quick dry plum jam. There we go. I was thinking, gosh, they're not as juicy as normal. That's because I was using completely the wrong ink pad. We can go in over there. Hopefully I've sealed that one with my quick dry. Then I can put it on here. Now, the reason we use quick dry is because as soon as they touch the card, they are dry. So that means we can go in with your second colour, and you're not going to create a muddy puddle. You're going to create the right effect. Let's put that onto there. There we go. And how about that? Look at that.
Lovely.
That looks so dimensional, doesn't it?
Yes.
So clever. You often wonder about walking around the person's head who does this. Do you know what I mean? How did they come up with this concept? Really, really clever. So then I'm going to, as you were saying, you're going to get at least 3 stamps. This one you've got 4 stamps because your happy and your to you come in separate stamps. So I'm just going to move that up there. And then I'm going to pop, now will that fit? That will just about fit down there. So we can put those in either corner. Oops. Let's take this one off the platform, and then I'm just going to grab a piece of tissue and just get that ink off. There we go, and then pick those up, and then I'm going to go in with my alcohol proof just because I'm just doing regular black stamping. So let's just come in there with our black just on top of there, and then we can spin that over, pop that on there, and that will then stamp on either side, I have got it the right way round. That would be just been my luck today, is I've put to you birthday happy or something like that. But there we go. We have now got happy birthday to you. I mean, isn't that a beautiful effect? So we can then take that one off there and we can take this off there. So the other thing we want to do is we want to grab our sentiment, and I'm going to use my Gemini Mini again. Let's move that out of the way. So I'm going to use my Gemini Mini. Remember, we can do this on a 3 by 6 inch piece of card. I've double checked, and this is not the cardstock that I needed for matting and layering like we did in the last demo. I have been careful and double checked. And then we can pop it into the folder, just like that. Get my finger out of the way, and then straight through my Gemini Mini, all the way through. I just love the simplicity of the Mini. It just makes life so much easier. Move that out of the way, and then we can then just pop that one. Look at that. Every bit as good as you would expect. You know what I mean? The quality is second to none of that cut. So let's bring back our cardstock, and then again we're going to go in with our tacky glue, or you could use your dotty tape pen. It's entirely up to you. Either one would work. But the great thing about the glue is it's going to give me just time to adjust should I need to. There we go. Put that across there, and that's going to go just like that. And then all we do is line it up with our sentiment, and just by using another tone within the same colour family gives me even more dimension. There we go. And then we can pop that on there. And if you've got any little, oops, let's just put that back. It's moved. There we go. There, just like that. There we go. And if you've got any little bits of glue, just pick them up, and that is absolutely perfect. Now, doesn't that look amazing? It's very modern looking, isn't it?
Agreed.
It's absolutely beautiful. So we can take that and we can pop it onto a matte layer. Just using the same pink as in there is really bringing it through. Just, it's a really effective way to bring all your layers together. A little bit of my Floral glue, pop that onto there. Then I've got time just to adjust it, get it where I want it to, and press it down. There we are. So that is my topper already. And then I've got a card base, just a side opening card, which is a bit unusual for me. And I was actually cutting before, and I've cut a sentiment out of here, but no one needs to know because they'll never see it. We can come around here, and that's going to go just on there, just like that. Make sure it's nice and straight. Just press along, make sure I've got no lumps and bumps of glue. Burnish that down, and then this is from my vintage butterflies, and I want to use that side because this is such pretty paper. Really do love this. I love my vintage butterflies paper pads. Really do look gorgeous. So we can pop that onto there. Just like that. Spread that down. Remember, if you get a little bit of glue that comes out just like that, with the Floral glue, it will just rub off. And then the next one I've got now, I'm going to have to go with my tacky glue for this because I've got a coated cardstock. So we can come across here. So it's same paper, but just a different aspect. And we've picked up the greens from within there. And all I've done is I've done it to the same length. And that's going to go across my card, just like, let's put it there. There we go. Then we can burnish everything down. And then all I want to do is we can put that one on here. And then I want to show you just how usable your mini die cutting machine is. So let's just put that on there. So what we want to do now is, I've got some of my cardstock left here that we cut out of the sentiment. I'm going to bring my mini back in, and I've just picked up some of my flowers. I love these from the Enchanted Dreams. I use them so much. And then all we need to do is we can pop these, oh, good guess and size, that's not bad. Let's put those on there. You are going to be surprised at how many of your dies will actually fit through your mini. It's going to be a lot more than you suspect at first, because you might think, you know, I'm never going to use a small die cutting machine, but really you will. You'll use it all the time. Let's pop those out from there. There we go, and I've doing a few more. Let me just grab the mat and the ball tool, and then we can just pop these together. Let's just bring those together just like that. There we go.
Wendy's messaged in saying the mini is one of her most used tools.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. So all I'm going to do now is just a little bit of shape on there. There we go. So a little bit of tacky glue on there, and on there. So then stagger those, stagger that one, and go on, just grab, and then stagger that one, just, come on, there, that's staggered. Then I'm going to get my ball tool and I'm just going to press, just hold that for one tick, just while that tacky glue just bites, and then we can bring our card back in, and a little bit of glue. Remember, the less you put on, the tackier it gets, the quicker. We can pop that one on there and just hold it there for 1 second.
Laura's just asked, is it the clear glue which gives paper layers rigidity?
Yes, the collal glue, yes, absolutely. So we can pop that.
Also, Laura, we did a bit of a glue school earlier on. It's a good sort of half hour, 40 minutes of it. So if you did fancy watching on that, there's loads of other glue-related questions which might help. It was on the show this afternoon.
Let's just grab a nice yellow gem. Come on, off there, that's it. I can put that in the centre of there. I think I need another couple of those just to make everything tie in together. So let's put one down there. Oh, I've got a green one on my hand. Don't want that. Put my green one back, and then I get another size one just there. Oops. And let's go the same size again, and we can pop that one just there. Now, no more bows or ribbons or anything like that, because I think that is enough. Has my
That's lovely.
gem fallen out? Nearly. There we go.
There you are. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much for showing us that. Do you mind grabbing together some of your treats so we can get a vote going? Love it.
Yes.
Let me remind you, this is your Shadow Sentiment collection that we've got for you. These are all the sentiments that you have to choose from. Well, you don't even have to choose, you get them all. And today you're getting them for half price. So just think about all of the papers that you own that you might be able to put with these. Maybe you've got Sarah Signature's Dragonfly that we've had on recently. Actually, we've got it on tomorrow as well. These would look great with that kind of design. Maybe you want to be using this with the pairing colours in the quick dry inks that we've got for you, because don't forget, in that set of 10 we've paired them all up so that they're perfect to work with this. Whatever else you need to add, make sure you add it today whilst we've got that discount code and these fabulous prices as well. So, shall we have a little reminder as to what we've been making?
Shall we have a look? Let me just clear a space, and then I'll clear up in a minute. I'm ever such a messy crafter today. Yeah. Right, we started off with our Intri'Lace ones, and we put it over our vellum, so we had a look at how to attach our vellum and everything like that. Then we went with our floral shadows, which is so pretty. Make your own backgrounds and then pop those on there. We then did our third one was our first of our shadow sentiments. So, oh, sorry. That went just there. So that was a really lovely way to do that. Then we went all the way back to our Intri'Lace and we put it onto a box. So it's another way to use them. And then finally, we finished off with another one of our shadow sentiments on there like that. So there we are, 5 demos, so it's been busy.
Yes, get voting now. You can head on over to our socials and the lovely Rachel will be counting them up to have a little look. Remember, if you do want to work with these stamps, it is important that you use the quick dry inks, but also that you use a lighter colour with a darker colour. So in this collection, I am bringing you just that. You are going to be getting shades of green, light and dark. You're going to be getting your shades of your warm colours, so your oranges and your yellows, in this instant your lemon and your honey. Then I'm bringing to you the opportunity for you to get your purples. Now for this one we've gone for a pale fig and also your crushed velvet. Then I'm bringing to you your frosted jades with your emerald, and I'm bringing your pink tulip with your fuchsia as well. Perfect pairing, it's going to look lovely every single time, and you're going to have a lot of fun using that pairing, not only with these, but obviously with other stamps that you have. So it's your opportunity to grab it. I'm just going to grab for you my Monday mega deal, if that's all right. It is your stamping platform, and it is your final chance to buy this now. It is your 8x8 stamping platform. There's measurements on this, not just on the lid, but also on the base to give you that precision each time. You're getting magnets in here, so your paper doesn't go sliding all over the show. It stays exactly where it needs to without damaging anything. And you've got the lovely little jumpy legs, which means you can stamp in the same place time after time if, for example, the ink doesn't take properly first time round. So it gives you a really lovely crisp finish. As well as this today, we have had for you some real goodies when it comes to discounts on things like, oh, I don't know, our die cutting machine. We have had so many wonderful discounts on these ones, including even on our Pro. So the Pro is discounted today, and we've worked it out, and we think that if you're a Platinum member and if you are going to use that 10% off discount code, it's going to be under £300. We don't think that's ever happened before. Like 99.9% sure. It's never been under £300. Today, though, it would when you use the code. You've also got the original Gemini die cutting machine, which, yes, again, you can use that 10% discount code on. And again, you have the all the accessories kind of come with it. So even if this is all you buy today with, say, some glue and some just plain old card, you will be able to get making, because it does come with dies and the rest. I've also got a Junior for you, which is a little bit more dainty than the original, but still super powerful and will even cut through the likes of fabrics. Again, great deal on this. It is US only, this one. It's $179.95. Then I have got for you your Go. Now this is a great one because you can just plug it into like a battery pack, which we do have on our website right now. Or if maybe you've got one for like your mobile phone and things like that, because it comes with the lead, you just plug it into there and you can craft electrically on the go. It's US only today, and if you're Platinum, it's only $100. That's ace, isn't it? Then I've also got for you the Midi. This is your manual. This is our largest of the manual die cutting machines, and it has loads and loads of power in it, but it doesn't cost you loads and loads of pennies. Just $62.99 or $80.95 today. But again, use that code to get more money off. And last but by no means least, I'm bringing to you the Mini. And this one is just, I mean, so affordable. We're talking under £20 if you're Platinum and you're using that code. So do grab whatever you need as you need it. We have had a winner through, but it was close apparently. Winner of the show is number 2.
Number 2. That one. I have to think which one it was. I'm sure that was number 2.
Perfecto.
Tell me if I've got that wrong, but I think that was number 2.
Perfecto Mundo, it was from my memory. Let's get on to vote for demo of the day now, shall we? I've got the first one here. So this is the one that we made this morning, wasn't it? With our wake-up call. So this one was using the Intri'Lace design, and you can see that beautiful make with the chapel on it. And then, Corinne, you've got 2.
I've got number 2. So yeah, because we didn't make any cards in Masterclass today. It was all about tools and things, wasn't it? So yeah, this is number 2 with the gorgeous silhouette florals.
Wonderful. So get your vote on now and we will announce the winner in a little bit. Let me just remind you some of the treats we've had for you on this show, including the Intri'Lace die collection. It's 4 lovely dies that you are getting there. Sizes on those are around about, well, just over 7 inches by 4.5 inches to give you an idea of the size, so nice and sizable. Discount deal today. You are looking at $47.97 or $59.88 on those. I've also had a massive collection of the Silhouette florals. Now these came with all of those aqua pens, the tricolours, and they came with 15 dies and it came with 15 sheets of watercolour cards as well. You're looking at paying nearly £74 on this today, not 74, 48. £48 and 5 pence or $62.85 on that one today. If you just want the dies, because maybe you've got your aquas and you don't need any more watercolour cards, here's just the dies by themselves. 30% discount on this one, 35% discount on the previous item. So you pick what's best for you and decide. But no, either way, you're getting yourself a great deal there. And then the final one is the shadow sentiments that we've got for you. And again, you're getting all of the goodies that you need in one place to be able to use the stamps and those dies. So do seize the moment. Let me remind you that all of the prices that you've seen here in the white box, like on this one, $19.99 or $23.99 for that Monday Mega Deal stamping platform, I keep mentioning this, but no one's paying that today. There is no reason that anybody should pay that price point today because I've got you a free discount code. It is CTV, it's at the bottom of the screen now, capital letters CTV, and then the number 1 and 0. And that is going to give you 10% off. Again, it is only one per person and it is only until midnight tonight. So T's and C's apply, etc., etc. Do have a little look on our website, but that is running out shortly, depending on where you are in the world. So if you do like to, would like to treat yourself to some of those extra goodies, then now is most certainly the chance to do that, especially if you are going to be getting some of the essentials that we've got for you. We have got so much coming up for you tomorrow, let me tell you that. But before that, oh, I've just had a winner through.
Have you had the winner through? Which one is it?
What do you guess?
2.
You're not wrong, it is number 2.
There we go. If I was voting, that's the one I vote. I love number 1, obviously I made it, but if I was voting, that's the one I would be voting for.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. Corinne, when are you back with us?
I'm on Hobby Maker on Friday, doing the early morning, the 6 till 8 again. And then I'm back here on Sunday. Colour Me Happy, Masterclass and Second Chance Sunday.
Oh, exciting.
It certainly is.
When am I back? Tomorrow. And tomorrow I've got Jam with me and I've got a Sarah signature collection, which is the Dragonfly collection, and this is a craft along. So if you don't know what that is, get yourself over on social media and you'll see a shopping list of things that you need to get and things that you need to have ready, and you could literally craft along at home. So do bear that in mind. Also, I've got a launch party. Box 49 of our sub boxes. Now this is, you would love it. It is flower filled fantasticalness. It's just gorgeous. If you do love your florals and a little bit of sunshine, let's say, then I've got that coming up for you tomorrow as well. So don't forget, check out your baskets, use that code whilst it lasts, whilst it's available, and enjoy whatever it is the rest of your day. Carry on crafting. I'll see you tomorrow with Jan and the rest of the team. We'll see you soon, my loves.